All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Me and Darren reliving 17.1, which is now 21.2, right?
Left, yep.
All right, Ben, we ready? Do I just hit play? All right. We watched into this the first couple rounds, I guess. First thing that sticks out, look at those Froning 1 prototype shoes there. I got in trouble for wearing those shoes, actually.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, so this workout, you got to move a little faster. This was the second time we did it. I think we did it twice that year. First time we switched on the ground. So essentially doing 150 single dumbbell snatches. Do not do that. Even if a 50 is relatively heavy for you, I think a couple touch and go over here every once in a while and a rest is a little bit better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Another thing we mentioned here, the jump down off the box quickly turns into a step down off the box.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's a ton of time to be gained here because if you watch Hewitt in the background, he's stepping down and it's pretty close to the same. So if you can be efficient with that, I think Spiel does a really good explanation on how to do that. But you kind of go into the turn as you jump, turn sideways. We're kind of jumping straight on. I don't know. There's a 2-foot takeoff. So as long as you take off with 2 feet, I don't think it really matters how you land on the box. You don't even have to land on the box, I don't think, do you?
I'm like zoned in on this. Yeah.
Aaron, you just programmed this for the affiliate program, and then a bunch of the Mayhem Athletes did it.
Yeah, so
a couple weeks ago. And you did it?
I did actually do it, yeah. And
how'd it go?
Since you asked, I did not get better than I was in 2017.
You are not fitter.
I am not fitter than I was in 2017.
We just revisited this. This was your team year, actually.
This is my first year on team with Rich.
First and only
team year. It did not go as well as I had hoped so, and it didn't take me to the top like I hoped so. So yeah, my tips may not even matter.
One of the things that we were talking about too, the dumbbell snatch transition. It doesn't say anything in the rules currently. They could be amended overnight, you never know. But it does not say anything about where the dumbbell transition needs to happen. Just both heads of the dumbbell have to touch. So Josh mentioned something, people out when the class did it here at Mayhem, they talked about how hard it was to transition the dumbbell.
Shut up, guys.
Josh mentioned that he was telling people to look at the dumbbell as it was going down, and it seemed to help a little bit.
Basically, hand to eye and then hand off kind of deal.
Yep. So I think right here is where the switch to the step down burpee happens. But like I said, if you can be efficient with that, I think it's just as fast and it doesn't blow you up. Something we talked about in the tips video. If you can use a wood box, I would use a wood box because those soft boxes, they absorb a lot of energy, and then it takes a little bit more energy to get off of said box.
Yeah. And I think something that we kind of changed over the years, and one of those learning things, if you watching this video, Rich is always stepping up with his left leg, and something we learned down the road as far as for back injuries and stuff, or getting your back tired out. That was something we learned to kind of fix, is always alternating the leg you step up on. I think that's a huge thing.
You fixed that. I still do that.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Burpee box jump overs, I still step up with my left leg.
I actually got better then.
Oh, okay. That could be why I'm developing a scoliosis. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no, I mean, I do think that that's a good thing to practice, although this is an open workout, so if you're not comfortable with it, use what's going to make you faster.
Yeah, it's something to think about moving forward, though, doing burpee box jump overs, is to think about stepping up with that other leg.
And then, something too, obviously just through the years of doing stuff like this, because this was the first year I think they introduced dumbbell snatches, right?
Yeah, I think we've been doing a lot of them now.
Yeah, so they definitely have been doing a lot of them. You learn a lot about the transition and kind of what your threshold is on it. But I do think if you're pushing for those times, it's all about just touch and go. You gotta get through obviously the 10, 20, 30. The 40 is definitely the grind, and the 50 is just whatever you got left in the tank.
Yeah. You talked a lot about it too, or talked a little bit about it on the tips video. Staying low on the box is faster. It might blow your back up a little bit. So if you need to, if you're not necessarily going for time, just trying to hang out, get through the burpee box jump overs, you might want to stand out there, get you a little bit of a breath. It's way more efficient the lower you stay, but it does blow the legs up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it more.
And then just kind of looking at, again, I talk about the experience of it because, like we said, we definitely incorporate a lot more dumbbell snatches. I remember doing this workout the first time, and it was like I said, it's the first time the dumbbell snatches were introduced. So, making sure that opposite hand is actually being utilized a lot more than you think. I think is a huge tool. Take that opposite hand.
Do not utilize it on your leg because that is illegal.
That's what I did on the first time through.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I did.
We did yours on here too.
Yeah, there were, say watch mine for a lot of don'ts. And, that's the other thing too, I think with this workout is unless you know the person next to you, like you're pretty even with,
to pace off of them.
Exactly. You want to do your pace on this. I remember like when I did it, and obviously it is an open workout, so your heart rate's already up 10 times more, but it is making sure you stay like within your realm. You try and get out of it too quick, that first 10 and 20 are just brutal then.
We talked a little bit about positioning in the dumbbell. I like to have the dumbbell kind of like this, perpendicular to my body.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not. Yeah, the dumbbell's perpendicular. Yeah. And so, I don't know, it's just personal preference. You can get a little bit of swing. It's kind of going behind my feet just a touch. Both heads of the dumbbell has to touch. Just keeping that dumbbell close, the farther it swings out. It is a little bit of a kettlebell swing, I guess, but it's more inefficient. So the closer you can keep it, the better. Use those hips. These are all muscle snatches. We talked some about doing some power snatches, but looks like these were all muscle snatches. So.
And yeah, I mean, like if you have the ability to muscle snatch it and you're comfortable with it, by all means, that definitely will be quicker.
Yeah.
You're talking 150 reps, and you're doing that the whole way through compared to somebody diving under it. Each time you're going to shave off 15 to 20 seconds, if not more, just kind of gaining ahead. So, yeah, I mean, like, if you can manage it and it's comfortable, it doesn't hinder you in any way, I definitely think that's a good thing to look at. But, again, if you're muscling it and legitly all muscling it, you need to look at diving under and utilize the legs.
You definitely see the burpee pace is slowed substantially.
Yeah. I think it's funny, like, looking back at some of these where you think you're moving fast.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, there's like a 10-second.
Yeah, so maybe in the beginning, don't go as fast as you might think. Or you might be able to make up a little bit of time there in the beginning if you go back and see what you did in 17. Maybe started out a little bit slower. Maybe started out too fast. I'm not really sure. But looks like maybe on the burpees, like I said, something that I'll definitely do tomorrow because I don't jump down from the box that much anymore, is the step down. I'll start with the step down and just try to be quick and efficient with that. That's something definitely I will take, and I guess I will be muscle snatching as much as I can. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I know. Looking back on your time and stuff, it's like, wow, you gotta try and do this again. I don't have to worry about it.
You're on pace right now.
But yeah.
50s here.
Gosh, I know that's such a brutal round with it. And I think too that was the other thing. Like when I was going with everybody, to do 30 dumbbell snatch back then, like touch and go, like with it, I was just happy about that. And getting the 40s and 50s, I just felt like, hey,
handoff.
There you go, a little
Fumble.
double clutch. You have to zoom in on that. But yeah, I think this workout is all mental grind too. It's how long are you willing to hurt for and like hang on to that burpee pace. You gotta get off the box, get on the ground, and just keep telling yourself to stand up and go. Because it's real easy to lay down there.
Yeah, here's where the workout gets real. The 50s is probably 40 and 50.
Yeah.
It'll hurt in the first couple, but it won't be that bad. It'll be the last couple rounds that are gonna really test the mental side of it.
Yeah.
On to the 50s here. I think we've pretty much exhausted anything that I see to think about while you're doing it. From here, like we said, it's just more of a mental grind. Look at that judging stance, though.
I really think after this, I was pretty limber because I think like when you do the burpees, I kind of lunge down. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't paying attention. But and something too that people like get into, like when it is the realm of the open, like people talk about split times and stuff. And I guess if you're a person that has a consistent pace on burpees, you could maybe look at the thing and and like look at, hey, okay, what was your consistent time like on burpees? If you know it's taking you a minute 15 or a minute 30 every time, then after like 5 sets of that, then you're already on 7.5 minutes of just burpees. So it's, you got to think about, okay, well, if I got a golly, you could have smashed your Fronings.
What a jerk.
Yeah. I know, and you actually paid for that
I
dumbbell
know.
too.
What the heck?
And of course, I didn't say anything.
Kicked out.
Yep.
Kick him out.
You're gonna do it. But yeah, I mean,
Jess.
I know, yeah. That's my wife, by the way.
Make a joke, but I won't.
Yeah, don't. 'Cause I'll get
She's
yelled
watching
at.
this.
There you go, Rich. Nice.
I don't recommend her judging
Shit.
stance. One, my ankles and knees could not take that. And two, I
tell
just
as it shoot through the screen.
yeah, and I think the motivation is all about where it's at in the judging too. If you look, I haven't moved in 10 minutes. Oh,
You're getting into it.
yeah, there you go. Baseball stance. I'm trying to
Tell me to go faster.
get my low back. I'm really motivating Rich here at this point because I know he can do it. Or I'm just getting exhausted.
Last one.
10:28.
Look at that.
10:28.
10:28, and
Death.
down goes Froning.
Dead.
And here we come over. We give the little pound. COVID friendly.
Is that Dre? There's Dre with his
Dre.
inside out socks and ginormous legs.
Yep.
All right, there it is. Yep.
There's Rich chewing on the floor.
I don't know. What else are we supposed to say, Ben? Producer Ben? Good? I have no idea. I hope I'm just as fit as this, honestly.
Yeah.
I hope I don't make an ass of myself.
I know that I won't. Hey, can you clear the box?
Yes, you can.
That's something I don't recommend
Good luck.
unless you have a 50-inch vertical. But I saw Hewitt at the end just jump over, so I don't. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck. Have fun.